What's happening, guys? It's your girl Minna. This weekend I was watching Sky Sports Saturday Social where they were ranking Premier League strikers for the 23-24 season. I'm not gonna lie, there was some parts I didn't agree with, but some parts that I did. So I thought, let me do my own and rank the Premier League strikers for this season in my own tier list. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And as always, be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. Here it is, guys. Here's the tier list. I took exactly the players that they were ranking on Saturday Social just to make it fair. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree with some players. Let me know if you disagree as well. As always, debate is welcome in the comment section. And I'm going to start with the more easier ones. I think that for me, it's simply the best striker this year in the Premier League. Ollie Watkins. I said this back in like January times. I said he was having a phenomenal season. At that point, he was already on double digits goals and assists in the Premier League, not in all competitions, but in the Premier League, and he has continued to do so. Of course, he is not the top goal scorer at the moment. Joint top goal scorers as of recording is Cole Palmer and Erling Haaland. But Cole Palmer is not a striker, so I couldn't put him in this list either. But for me, there's a few players that are definitely going to be in the great tier, some in the very good, and I think the good part is where we're going to have some room for debate. But for me, I had to start and of course put Ollie Watkins there, and joining him there for me will be none other than Erling Haaland. Not just based on this season, but also, you know, just the type of striker he is. I think him and Ollie Watkins are two different type of strikers. I'll be very surprised if Ollie Watkins does not join England on the Euros. I'll be so shocked. He absolutely deserves it. Next for me, I would put in the great list is none other than Alexander Isak. For me, these three players in particular have been the best strikers in the league thus far. Phenomenal players. Any one of these players, you know, in your team, you are getting goals 100%. And it's the different type of things that they add as well, the different type of value that they add when they are not scoring. I think Isak and Ollie Watkins, Ollie Watkins in particular is a lot more impactful when he's not scoring goals in comparison to the other two, but they all got different contributing factors that they provide to their team. For me, these three have been easily the best strikers in the Premier League this season. Next up for me, another striker that's been getting a lot of love and has been causing issues for Manchester United this season every time that United have played is none other than Solanke. Solanke, for me, I'm going to put him in the very good list. I'm not going to put him in the great list, but I think he's having a very, very good season up front. Physical, great attributes such as, you know, playing back to goal, phenomenal at reading the game, getting his wingers involved, and just an all-round complete number 9. Of course, he's had ups and downs, but this season in particular, he's shown us that he can perform at a high rate. Now, just like Ollie Watkins, I would be very surprised if Solanke is not going to the Euros with England. For me personally, it would be Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins, and Solanke. All three of them offering 3 different types of number 9 positions and playing styles. But as of this season, I'm putting Solanke in the very good tier. Next to him, I'm going to put Son. Son is not a traditional number 9 like the rest of them, but he can play through the 9. He's been playing on the left, and I think predominantly for Spurs over his time. This season, been playing through the middle. I'm going to put Son. He's so good. He's so good. Heung-min Son. But this season in particular, he's really evolved in the absence of Harry Kane's departure. Richarlison taking some time to really get into the goal scoring form, and you know he finally got double digits in the Premier League this season. So it's taken him a bit of time, and Son has taken that weight off him as well. All round great player. Like I said, different to the other strikers here on this tier, but he's been playing through the middle for Tottenham Hotspurs, so it's only right that I used him, and obviously Saturday Social used him as well. So for me, he goes to the very good tier list. Now, there's a few more players that I'm a bit indecisive about, but I'm going to put them now in the area that I think that they should go, and then, you know, I'm going to come back to kind of just wrap it all up. But next up for me in the very good tier list is another player who's been doing pretty well for his team. Bowen's on fire. I'm not going to sing the rest of the song, but if you're a West Ham fan, I'm sure you'd be happy that he's there as well. Another player who I think it's up for debate whether he should be going to the Euros. Has had some England call-ups this season off the back of the form that he's had with West Ham, and it's well-deserved. Has been a bright spot for West Ham this season, and David Moyes. I really hope he continues to do that in the absence of injuries in their front line. He's carried the weight, you know, alongside Hamid Kudus as well. Next up, I'm going to put Cunha. That's the last guy I think. To be honest though, if I'm putting him there, I should put Chris Wood there. I should be putting Chris Wood there, who's got more goals than him this season. But for me, it's just the goals that he's been scoring on level with Darwin Núñez. I think for me, Darwin Núñez will not be in the very good tier list just because of the rate at which he misses chances and how frustrating I can imagine Liverpool fans feel with watching him. Just all round play, I think this is the top 7. Arguably top 6 if you're taking Cunha out of this tier list and you're putting him a level down. But the next part of the list, I think this is where a substantial amount of the forwards will go. Now, Kai Havertz, for me, I'm going to put him in the good list. I don't know where Kai Havertz plays. I don't know where he plays. I watch him for Arsenal, and I would love for Arsenal fans to let me know. I know that he's been playing this false 9 role or whatever while Jesus has been injured. I want to know, do Arsenal fans feel like he is a sufficient number 9? I know he's played up top for Chelsea in the past, and he can play there, but for me, I don't think he's a number 9. So I just think he's had a bang average. I think he's had an average season in terms of as a striker. Can I just say that before any Arsenal fans rip into me? I just think he's been not great, amazing, and he's not been the worst. He's a player like Darwin Núñez. For the number of chances he misses, he has to go in this good role. This is what is keeping Darwin Núñez from being on the levels that this season Ollie Watkins, Isaac, Haaland, Solanke, etc. have been, is just the vast number of chances he misses in clinical moments of the game for his team. That is what is, for me, standing out the most. I don't think Darwin Núñez is a bad striker. I think he has a lot of bad moments, and sometimes it's way too many. So for that reason, I'm putting him in the good list. Another player who I think I'm being a bit lenient, but I'm going to put him in the good list, is Nicholas Jackson. Another player new to the league, still quite young, misses a heap of chances, poor decision making a lot of the time, but still learning and still growing. I don't think he's been the worst, and I don't think he's been amazing. So another player that I would actually put in the good section of the front line. Again, double-digit goals, same as, Darwin Núñez, but just for the vast number of chances he misses, and there's so much room for growth and the form that Chelsea are in, I would put him there. It's harsh for me to put him there, actually, just solely based on what Chelsea are doing. But if I was going solely based off him, I'm putting him in the good. And I might be a bit nice, but if you disagree with me, please, guys, let me know. Another player I'll put there is Manchester United's very own Rasmus Højlund, taking some time to take off in the Premier League. Didn't get his first league goal until December. Since then, it's actually quietened down. He hasn't scored in the last 7 games for Manchester United at the time of recording. Similar to Nicholas Jackson, young player, leading the front line, first year in the league. So I'll put him in the good. He's just having a good season. Of course, this is based solely on the Premier League as an entirety. I know that he had a number of goals in the Champions League as well that took his total goals to double digits this season, but he's yet to hit double digits in the Premier League, unlike Nicholas Jackson, etc., etc. So that's who's going in the good section. A player going in the good section, and like I said, a vast majority of the strikers are just going to go in good. It's very harsh for me to put some in bad. I think that is quite harsh, but there might be 1 or 2 players there. But I will put Muniz there. I would put Muniz there. It's not the worst season, not the best, the most amazing season. 8 goals in the Premier League this season as of recording for Fulham. So I'll put him there. Another player that I will put there as well is Chris Wood. Now, you lot are probably thinking, Minna, double-digit goals, I can't look past that. If I'm being critical of players and the goals that he scored, of course, Forest are in a relegation battle, but he has done well for the services provided. Now, of course, he wasn't the number 1 choice striker for Forest. Injuries has led to that opportunities, but he's been scoring across the season. And I think it's only fair, if we're talking about only this season, it's only right. You lot might say I'm being harsh on the likes of Darwin Núñez, etc. But I don't think I'm being harsh. For me, I think in terms of the great and the very goods, there has been easy standouts across the season in the Premier League when it comes to strikers in particular. Now, last but not least in the good section, João Pedro. I was going to put him okay, but I think it's a bit harsh. I think he's, again, having a good season. He's not having an amazing one, not having the worst one. But I will put him there. Now, this is the difficult part. This is the interesting part where I'm putting players. Funnily enough, out of all of the forwards here, Rasmus Højlund, I think, has the least number of goals. This is excluding Kai Havertz, of course. He's got the least number of goals with 7, but he didn't really start scoring until December. So he gave everybody a head start. Now, the remaining players for me could go anywhere. They could go anywhere. But I think just Fofana, he's got like 6 goal involvements in the last 7 or 8 games. I'll put him in okay. I would put Morris in okay. I would put Mateta in okay. I'll put Ivan Toney in okay. He missed half of the season. Dominic Calvert-Lewin for me has just been poor this season. I think he's just been poor. I don't know if it's just solely because of the team that he's in, and again, a relegation battle. He's got like 5 goals across 20-something games. For me, yeah, there was a time I used to think that Calvert-Lewin was going to be an amazing striker. I don't know what has happened to him over the last year or two, but this particular season, he's been so underwhelming. And last but not least, Ollie McBurney, I'll put him there. And that's why I said, guys, this is why I said I didn't want to be too harsh. I said, guys, I didn't want to be too harsh. I wasn't going to put a lot of people in bad. I said a vast majority of the players would be in the good section. But this is it. This is the final tier list. I'm going to do a comparison, and we are going to compare my tier list to Sky Sports one and see if it's any really different. I think I was a bit more nicer when it comes to some people, and that their tier ranking was a little bit different to mine. And there you have it, guys. That's my tier list for Premier League strikers of 23-24 season so far. And that's the Sky Sports Saturday Social one. Let me know which one you agree with in terms of my one and Sky's one. And let me know if there's any particular players you think I was too nice or too harsh. You guys know what it is. As always, be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. It's your girl, Minna. Peace.